Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Global travel and tourism was an $8.9 trillion US dollars business in 2019. Moreover, though the COVID-19 pandemic has reduced that number to roughly a quarter of its previous value, all signs point to tourism continuing to grow, expand, and evolve. Every country on Earth has something to offer international visitors, from the pyramids in Egypt to the rainforests of Brazil or the sidewalk cafes of Paris. But which countries attract the most visitors of all? Most of the countries with the highest tourism rates are located in Europe, whose rich history, architecture, and cultural influence make it an appealing destination for many travelers. Today we are going to talk about the 10 most visited countries in the world in 2022. Before starting, support the channel by liking this video and subscribing to this channel for future updates. Number 1. France. Tourism in France directly contributed €79.8 billion to gross domestic product, GDP, in 2013, 30% of which comes from international visitors and 70% from domestic tourism spending. The total contribution of travel and tourism represents 9.7% of GDP and supports 2.9 million jobs, 10.9% of employment, in the country. Tourism contributes significantly to the balance of payments. France was visited by 89 million foreign tourists in 2019, the most of any country in the world. Number 2. Spain. Tourism in Spain is a major contributor to national economic life, contributing to about 11.8% of Spain's GDP in 2017. Ever since the 1960s and 1970s, the country has been a popular destination for summer holidays, especially with large numbers of tourists from the United Kingdom, Ireland, Turkey, France, Germany, Italy, the Benelux, and the United States, among others. Accordingly, Spain's foreign tourist industry has grown into the second biggest in the world. Number 3. United States of America. Tourism in the United States is a large industry that serves millions of international and domestic tourists yearly. Foreigners visit the U.S. to see natural wonders, cities, historic landmarks, and entertainment venues. Democratization of travel occurred during the early 20th century when the automobile revolutionized travel. Similarly, air travel revolutionized travel during 1945 to 1969, contributing greatly to tourism in the United States. Purchases of travel and tourism-related goods and services by international visitors traveling in the United States totaled $10.9 billion in February 2013. Number 4. China. Tourism in China is a growing industry that is becoming a significant part of the Chinese economy. The rate of tourism has greatly expanded over the last few decades since the beginning of reform and opening up. China ranks second in the world for travel and tourism's contribution to GDP in 2014, $943.1 billion, and first in the world for travel and tourism's contribution to employment, 66,086,000 jobs in 2014. Tourism, based on direct, indirect, and induced impact, accounted for 9.3% of China's GDP in 2013. In 2017, the total contributions of China's travel and tourism sector made up 11% of its GDP. In 2018, the domestic tourism sector contributed around $1.47 trillion to the nation's GDP. Number 5. Italy. Tourism in Italy is one of the economic sectors of the country. With 65 million tourists per year, 2019, according to ISTAT, Italy is the fifth most visited country in international tourism arrivals, but the second after Spain in terms of nights spent in hotels, with 227 million foreign visitor nights spent and a total of 436.7 million nights. According to 2018 estimates by the Bank of Italy, the tourism sector directly generates more than 5% of the national GDP, 13% when also considering the indirectly generated GDP, and represents over 6% of the employed. Number 6. Turkey. Tourism in Turkey is focused largely on a variety of historical sites and on seaside resorts along its Aegean and the Mediterranean seacoasts. Turkey has also become a popular destination for culture, spas, and healthcare. At its height in 2019, Turkey attracted around 51 million foreign tourists, ranking as the sixth most popular tourist destination in the world. The total number fluctuated between around 41 million in 2015 and around 30 million in 2016. However, recovery began in 2017, with the number of foreign visitors increasing to 37.9 million, and in 2018 to 46.1 million visitors. Number 7. Mexico. Tourism in Mexico is a very important industry. Since the 1960s, it has been heavily promoted by the Mexican government as an industry without smokestacks. Mexico has traditionally been among the most visited countries in the world according to the World Tourism Organization, and it is the second most visited country in the Americas, after the United States. In 2017, Mexico was ranked as the sixth most visited country in the world for tourism activities. Number 8. Thailand. Tourism is an economic contributor to the Kingdom of Thailand. Estimates of tourism revenue directly contributing to the GDP of 12 trillion baht range from 1 trillion baht, 2013, to 2.53 trillion baht, 2016, the equivalent of 9% to 17.7% of GDP. When including indirect travel and tourism receipts, the 2014 total is estimated to be the equivalent of 19.3%, 2.3 trillion baht, of Thailand's GDP. The actual contribution of tourism to GDP is lower than these percentages because GDP is measured in value added, not revenue. The value added to Thailand's tourism industry is not known. Value added is revenue fewer purchases of inputs. According to the Secretary General of the Office of the National Economic and Social Development Council in 2019, the government projects that the tourism sector will account for 30% of GDP by 2030, up from 20% in 2019. Number 9. Germany. Germany is the 8th most visited country in the world, with a total of 407.26 million overnights during 2012. This number includes 68.83 million nights by foreign visitors, the majority of foreign tourists in 2009 coming from the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, and Switzerland. See table. Additionally, more than 30% of Germans spend their holiday in their own country. According to Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Reports, Germany is ranked 3 out of 136 countries in the 2017 report and is rated as one of the safest travel destinations worldwide. Number 10. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is the world's 10th biggest tourist destination, with over 39 million visitors in 2019, contributing a total of £234 billion to the GDP. £23.1 billion was spent in the UK by foreign tourists in 2017. Visit Britain data shows that the USA remains the most valuable inbound market, with American visitors spending £2.1 billion in 2010. Nevertheless, the number of travelers originating from Europe is much larger than those traveling from North America, 21.5 million compared to 3.5 million American/Canadian visitors. After a 7-year rise to 41.08 million in 2017, tourism to the United Kingdom flatlined in 2018, 40.28 million, and 2019, 40.86 million, before the COVID pandemic hit, 11.1 million in 2020 and 6.19 million in 2021. So guys, what country do you want to visit next? Comment your opinion and let me know what topic you want to see in the next video. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.